As always, I'd like to take a moment before getting into this message to just say up front, I don't intend to hurt anyone today, all right? And I say that because I find out, brothers and sisters, that sometimes things are said that are virtually unbearable for some people. Like I said on the radio this morning, y'all remember that scene in A Few Good Men? For those who saw that movie, where Jack Nicholson was sitting on the stand in the courtroom, and the man said, "I want the truth," and Jack Nicholson said, "You can't handle the truth." I found out a lot of our people can't handle the truth. They really can't. But I still got to give it. I still got to give it, you know. It's almost like surgery, you know. So if I say something that is a little bit outside of your realm of awareness, please exercise intellectual vigilance. And instead of shutting me down, and instead of shutting your own mind down, make note of what I said that you don't understand and go do your research. Okay? Go do your homework on it. Go verify what I said. If I'm saying something that you don't know anything about, how can you say anything about it? Right? Okay, so having said that, let's get into the message for today. As you see, the subject of today's message is Nicea, 325 AD. AD stands for Anno Domini. It does not stand for after the death of. Okay? Anno Domini is Latin, which means in the year of our Lord. What's really deep, brothers and sisters, is this really ought to tell you something. How the Gregorian calendar has been completely adjusted around the existence of someone that the Roman Catholic Church made up. That's some deep stuff. I mean, they actually started counting time down up to a certain point, you know, BC, or BCE, before the Common Era. Then it comes to a certain point in history, and then they start counting up again. Okay? So here we have, this is 2006. Right? According to who? You mean tell me we've only been here 2006 years? No. Actually, I think this is 6,746. According to, if I'm correct on that, according to, and that's called after the founding of Kemet, AFK. So according to the ancient African calendar, or the first stellar calendar, this year would be 6,746. Y'all follow what I'm saying? Okay? Now we got a problem with that. Okay? Because that's after the founding of Kemet. That's just the calendar found in Egypt. You follow what I'm saying? And those of you who are going with us to Kemet this year, you'll get at the Temple of Dendera, you'll get to see the first stellar in the observatory there. You'll get to see the first zodiac that was used. Okay? Which they copied all that from. Now that's some deep stuff, because if we're talking 6736 or 6736 after the founding of Kemet, and yet Kemet is the child of Ethiopia. Y'all follow what I'm saying? Okay? And the civilization that came into Kemet with full knowledges of the math, of math and sciences and horticulture, out of agriculture. Y'all follow me? So how far back does African consciousness really go? If you do some research on what is called the Hutu and the Twa, you'll see that their history dates back almost 400,000 years. What number did I just say, y'all? Almost 400,000 years of history of African people. Why don't they want us to know this? In order for those who have been misled to begin to see correctly, and you need to understand, y'all, a lot of us don't see correctly. We see what we've been given to see. We see through the lenses that were assigned to us. And in order for us to begin to see correctly, we must have a clear analytical understanding of the origin, the strategies, the mechanics, the purpose, and methods of the device that has blinded us in the first place. Now let's look back at that. First of all, have you identified the device that got you blind? Think with me. Have you identified it? Most of you have not. Most of you say, the white man. Okay. And then how do you address that? You have to specifically identify the device that has miseducated you. Look at its origin. Go to the origin of it. Look at the strategy inculcated into it. What is the strategy behind your blindness? What's up with that? What is the mechanics of it? What is the purpose of it? Why have they purposed to miseducate you? Why? And then look at the methods that they have used to implement their design. And the number one method that's been used to implement this design upon our people is religion. Why is that? Why didn't they use economics to attract us? Because we're not materialistic people. We're not capitalists by nature. Why did they use religion? Because by nature we are a spiritual people. By nature we are attracted to things pertaining to God. So because we're attracted to things that's pertaining to God, they use things pertaining to God to snare us and hook us and place us under arrest and incarcerate our minds till we become dysfunctional and powerless. Brothers and sisters, when it comes to the liberation of the African mind from European concepts, whose concepts? Let me do something here. Do you honestly think that there is a need for the European mind to be delivered or liberated from European concepts? Let me hear your what do you think about that? Yes. Or in case you're not clear, let me help you. Nothing is as backwards as to have an African brain with a European philosophy in it. Everybody knows who they are but us. Everybody on this planet. Everybody on this planet has cultural pride but us. Y'all follow what I'm saying? We must examine and then re-examine again and again and again those agencies that have Europeanized our thinking until we are truly disconnected from the tentacles of their grasp. Imagine a giant octopus, okay, and you're fighting just one of the tentacles. Just one of the tentacles, you're fighting it, and you got a hold on that one tentacle and you think you're winning. Come on, man. When you got 7 other tentacles